On this week's episode, we head up into the Blue Mountains and check out Lennox Bridge, a well-hidden gem in King's Cave, and the main attraction, the Three Sisters. Back in Sydney, we hop on and off the bus, wander around the Chinese Garden of Friendship, and we start celebrating in the lead up to Christmas.
G'day everyone, welcome to our adventure. We're a family of four. There's Maggie, our loyal Groodle Rosie, Michael and myself Liz. We're hitting the road to do a lap of Australia, one stop at a time, figuring it out as we go. From the sunburnt outback to the lush coastlines, we're here to share our travels, the highs, the lows, and of course, the moments of pure joy and chaos that come with living on the road as a family. So buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. Let's go explore Australia together. Alright, well, we've arrived in Sydney yesterday. A little bit sad to arrive in Sydney the day after the Bondi Beach massacre shootings. But we've driven out today to see Lennox Bridge, which is at Knapsack Reserve. And as you can see, it's an absolutely stunning rainforest out here. Beautiful drive. A little bit cold. Maggie and I forgot to bring jumpers.
Take your shirt off.
But that's okay, we'll survive. So I'll just show you some of the beautiful scenery here. Maggie's keeping warm.
I feel like I'm pregnant.
So we're going to go for a little walk and check out the bridge from down below. It's a beautiful old stone arch bridge. What? It feels like it's here somewhere. Just looks like a cliff edge to me.
What an incredible experience, and so peaceful under Lennox Bridge. Our next stop, we were headed to King's Cave. That's if we could find it. So according to Wikicamps, and that's the only reason why we think we're in the right spot, because there is no signs. Apparently the walking track's just past that pedestrian sign, and it's a 2-minute walk. But we'll see if that's right or not. Because this track is pretty rough. No signs, no nothing. Just going off Wikicamps. I see steps. Once again, someone was not interested in coming here and getting out of the car because it was cold and wet.
I think she's being a husky. There's a husky at our campsite and she's obsessed with it. She wants one. I said no way, because my brother had one and lived with me for 3 months, and the white fur gets into absolutely everything.
Well, I found a fish pond.
Maybe people come here to camp or hang out.
I like it.
Your feet. Look at your feet.
What you said you can wash your feet?
I said Bag's not washing Rosie's feet when we get back. Shotgun.
Looks like people do have parties here.
Well, I thought caves would be boring, but today I don't know, but I don't think I'm acting right, because I've never liked this, but I guess today I'm feeling explorers, and the last walk we did was to the bridge. I thought I didn't like it, but like all the rocks, the beauty, the water, the cold waters, the waterfalls, everything was really nice. So I put my feet, do a little spa in the water, climb all the rocks. And this place, exact same, has water to a very steep kind of rock, and there's a cave, kind of greenness around it. There's a campfire, and today was awesome. If you live in Australia, New South Wales, you better come here. It's awesome, especially for kids.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Our next stop was Echo Point Lookout to have a look at the Three Sisters. It was quite a cool day and everyone else was rugged up except for us. We didn't check the forecast and really haven't had to worry about the cold yet.
Have you already called me before this year? It sounds familiar.
Might have to borrow a image off Google search for the Three Sisters because we can't see anything.
I'll insert image here. So our last stop on our trip up to the Blue Mountains today is Echo Point to have a look at the Three Sisters. But not the best day to look at it at the moment. I can see about 100 metres and it's just clouds. Oh. I guess since we're here we should check out, what's it called? Elizabeth Lookout.
Let's go look at my lookout.
To see nothing.
Queen Elizabeth Lookout.
The clouds taste disgusting.
Really? I think that tastes nice.
This is my lookout, everyone. I visited here in 1954, before I was born.
Not the same person. to drop off. The clouds are just covering everything, so...
Which means I'm not too scared to be up here, so that's a positive.
I actually thought it would be worse for you. We might not have been able to see everything, but it was a beautiful day up in the Blue Mountains, despite the cold and the clouds. On our next day out and about, we caught a bus and the train into the city to have a look around. We always enjoy catching public transport, which also gives me a chance to look around rather than concentrating on driving.
When I lived in Sydney for 3 months when I was 27, it's about 3 in the morning and I'd met some really cool backpackers with my friend Michelle. Anyway, we wanted to be gladiators and the idea was you had to run up the down one, like, I don't know, maybe film down there, you can see how long the travelator is. Made it to about 2 steps to the top, took a leap, missed everything, fell on the metal stairs and cut my leg open. Needless to say, I wasn't a gladiator that day.
We headed straight to Chinatown for some dumplings and Maggie's favourite, sticky rice, before our plan to jump on the hop-on hop-off bus and have a relaxing tour around Sydney.
So we just finished lunch in Chinatown and ran for the hop-on hop-off bus at the Chinese Friendship Garden and missed it by about 15 seconds. Thanks bus driver for waiting. Anyway, maybe it means that we're meant to stop here at the Chinese Friendship Garden. It looked beautiful on the website. And I was just explaining to Maggie that Chinese gardens and Japanese gardens are very tranquil and peaceful, and I think it'll be beautiful to go and check it out.
Well, today for the lesson, for school lesson, we're learning about, what's that called?
Bonsai trees.
Bonsai trees that are little trees in a little pot. And surprise, surprise, here they are.
Interestingly enough, when we were at the Tamworth markets before we got to Sydney, we saw bonsai trees there and they were anywhere from 40 to 140 years old. And I was telling Maggie all about them, and then her lesson this morning for geography was about the continent of Asia, where we also learnt more about bonsai trees, and then today we're here this afternoon seeing bonsai trees. So what we learnt about bonsai trees is that they're a form of art, mainly in Japan, and they trim the roots really small to keep the trees tiny. Bonsai, Daniel-san!
Bonsai! Bonsai!
I want to stay here longer.
Why?
Huh? It's so fun. I like it
Me, I'm a sheep. Oh, there you go, you're a dragon.
Dragon, the best one of all.
We finally made it onto the bus and started our cruise around Sydney. Although we've seen it before, it will never cease to amaze when you see the Sydney Harbour Bridge up close. So after a 20-minute stopover at stop number 1, which we could have walked in that 20 minutes to the Opera House, we have arrived at the Opera House. And the bus literally comes all the way down here to that roundabout, does a U-E, and parks up the top of the hill there, drops you off, and then you've got to walk all the way the same way back down. Lucky us. Our next day in Sydney, we headed into the Crown Resort to have a buffet lunch at Epicurean. There was an incredible choice in foods and everything was so fresh and tasty. We especially enjoyed the dessert bar and Maggie really loved the chocolate strawberries. Well, we are absolutely stuffed after eating lunch at the Epicurean at Crown. As a bonus, we even got a view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge while we're having lunch. So that was expensive, but well worth it. Cost a bit more because it's Christmas time and people having Christmas parties and everything. But that was delicious. So now we're walking into town and we're going to have our photo taken with Santa. So we've got our Christmas shirts and dresses. I've got to get changed. Just got to find our way there. An unplanned stop along the way was a public phone box where you could call Santa for free. Liz and Maggie loved it and said it was a very personalised experience. Well done, Telstra.
Here we are in the wonderful world of Christmas. This is a special Christmas for Maggie because we're in Sydney away from all our family and friends and thought we'd do something a little bit more special in the city. It looks like somebody got their own passport for the North Pole. See where it takes us.
Liz had booked us into Wonder, the wonderful world of Christmas. This was an immersive animated experience that transported you to the North Pole. You make your way through many different rooms with their own themes. We had an interesting experience with the first group of people we were with, where Maggie was finding it hard to be included. The staff were really nice and allowed us to wait and join the next group of people, which worked out much better. And we even got to meet Santa on the way out. We really enjoyed our time in Sydney, but would have liked more options for caravan parks to stay at. Next week we start making our way to the capital city of Australia, Canberra.